Well, as they say, here we are. The fall 2020 graduation for Arizona State University. It's wonderfully exciting to have everyone to get together here. I want to welcome all of you in this virtual environment to our virtual format that we've got going here today. Sorry that we can't be together. I really wish that we could because the energy of the room is just so powerful. I really like to acknowledge at the outset of all of these graduations the recognition by our graduates to their families. And so if you're with your family sitting or if you're with your family virtually, hug them, kiss them, say thank you to your friends, to others that helped you along the way. But also beyond that, I also like to recognize and would normally in the graduation recognize all the teachers, the K-12 teachers, the community college teachers and instructors who have really prepared our students to be able to be here today, to be able to graduate with us, to graduate from the great universities in the world, in fact. And so we're very excited that families have given us this opportunity to educate their family member, and that teachers have prepared our students to be the great learners that they really are able to be. You know, it really is a moment in time here in 2020, and by the way, a small joke on the side about 2020. There aren't very many years where there's two numbers together that are the same, so 10-10, that was a long time ago, and I think that was a very unusual year. And 2020, two numbers together, that's been a very unusual year, and we'll get through it. And then the next, I guess we don't have to worry about because that'll be 30-30, and so that'll be even further back. And so what I'd like to do, though, is just put into context this notion of something that I've seen all semester on campus with our students who are here with us, and that is an unbelievable desire just for their life to move forward. Their life to be able to be fulfilled, and the students that I've talked to, hundreds of students that I've spoken with, many hundreds of families, thousands of families that we've heard from, constantly are just saying, you know, let's just move on. Let's just move on. I want my life to be able to move on. And then they also say, and I want to really appreciate our faculty here, they just say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping us to move our lives forward. And so I just want to say thank you to our staff and to our faculty for all that you have done to help make this semester successful and to help make it work. Now, the class of 2020 here in the fall of 2020 is going through a moment in our country's history, very, very unusual global pandemic, massive social progress, social transformation, all kinds of new things that are moving forward. And so I take great pride in our students. In fact, it's my main motivation for being in the university business, which is helping to work to find ways for people to fulfill the full potential of themselves as an individual, the full potential of their family, the full potential of their community, and the full potential of our country or the country that they're from. That is, all of us living here on earth together. And so I take great pride in the talent that our students have demonstrated. I take great pride in the compassion that our students have really brought to the table. We've seen that students helping each other, helping families, and so forth and so on. We've seen tremendous creativity. This year we've had student groups build mobile distributed PPE manufacturing systems. We've seen huge student engagement in our missions off Earth. We've seen huge developments at the university in sustainable systems, sustainable materials, sustainable technologies. And so the creativity index at ASU is literally off the charts. Resilience, which is a key word. I hope that we come out of this pandemic with a better understanding of the idea of how to be resilient, how to be adaptive, how to adjust, how to help others, how to make our lives more impactful, how to understand that the world is imperfect. You know, that the enemy of progress is often said to be the pursuit of perfection. The world is not perfect, but our pursuit of making it a better place is what really drives us. But to do that and to get there, we've really got to fully understand the entire idea of resilience. Now, going forward after 2020, here's what we know. We know that the world is complicated. We know that it is sociologically, economically, technologically, biologically, and culturally a very complicated place. The old world of living in isolated groups and just throwing rocks at each other and so forth and so on, that's over. The old world of not being connected to the rest of our species on the planet, that's over. The old world of things moving slowly, just every few generations there's a change, or every 10 generations there's a new way of something happening, that's over. And so what we really need going forward is more graduates like you people who are, as we like to think of it, trained as master learners, people capable of learning anything, people capable of being resilient, people capable of helping others to understand. I mean, one of the biggest things that we faced in this pandemic is a general lack of understanding of science, a lack of understanding of complexity, a lack of understanding of interdependentness, how we're connected in ways where we're interdependent in every possible way. And so what the world really needs is you all as graduates to go out from this institution and to make your lives very, very impactful for the short life that you have. Lives are short, and you only have one shot, and you need to take this one shot and move it forward in every possible way that you can. Now, I'm hopeful that as you move forward, that you take these lessons that you have learned and really be very introspective about yourself, but take these lessons that you've learned in the middle of this pandemic, moving your lives forward in the pandemic, the things that have been going on around you, and that you sit back and you say, now how can I have even more impact than I had thought about before? How can my life be even greater in terms of the overall impact that I have? And that starts with basically coming to the realization that we need to make things much better and work towards great improvement in several parts of our society. One, educational attainment and educational awareness. We're nowhere near where we need to be. We're still not graduating everyone from high school. We're still not graduating people from high school that have the right knowledge that they need to operate in the 21st century. We're still not advancing in a way where we have a deep understanding of how dependent on each other we are, how to make this democracy really work. And so what I really want to do is I really want to ask all of you to take a deep, deep self-reflective moment and say to yourself that the pandemic is really a moment in time where you've asked yourself what you want your life to mean, how you can have more positive impact, how you can more deeply impact people, and really work to move things ahead. And so I ask you to do this in a way where you, in the next week or 2 weeks or the next month, actually write out your own charter. We have a great charter here at the university. Our charter is very, very critical to who we are, where we're going, and what we're doing. Our charter says that and take a look at it, that we will build our university based on inclusion versus exclusion. Our excellence for us is inclusion and the success of our students. We're not measuring ourselves based on how many students we exclude. That's unbelievably important in our design. That the research and discovery work that we do is not just for the benefit of academics or not just for books in the library or journals in the library, but is for the actual benefit of our society in a measured way. And also we say in our charter that we're going to take responsibility for the outcome of the communities that we serve, the local community, the regional community, the state community, the national community, and then the global communities that are out there. That charter is what drives us. It is our aspiration. So I ask all of you, particularly in this moment of deep complexity, deep activated change, what is your charter? And how will you live towards that charter? And so, simple as that. You're ready, you're graduates, you're moving forward, your lives have been empowered, you need your charter, like we have our charter. We need you to move forward with your charter. I just want to congratulate all of you and your families on a very successful completion and a very difficult moment of your degrees here at Arizona State University, and go Sun Devils.